So Nigerians woke up a few days ago and guess who was trending? Simi, aka Miss Duduke. But this time it wasn't about a new song, a new performance she had, an upcoming project she wants to promote. None of that. But old tweets she made years ago, over 10 years ago actually, and social media is not taking it lightly. The big question now is, should public figures be permanently judged for the things they said in the past? Or is this simply accountability catching up? Let's break it down. Hi guys, welcome to Didi Reports, your go-to source for regular updates on social media trends, stories, and public debate. Now, if you enjoy balanced breakdowns like this, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comment section. So here's what we know. Screenshots of tweets allegedly posted by Simi several years ago began circulating online again. I'm convinced that most people know Simi. She's a popular Nigerian songstress. And then our hit song Duduke was a global hit, not just in Nigeria. The tweets, which many users have described as controversial, quickly started gaining traction on X, formerly called Twitter, with people sharing, quoting, and reacting to them. Within hours of resurfacing, Simi was getting dragged left, right, and center. Now, it's important to note that these tweets are not recent. They were posted years ago, long before some of our current fans even started following our career. But once they surfaced, reactions were immediate. Some users have expressed disappointment, saying the comments are deeply disturbing, problematic, and even questioning whether our views have changed since then. Others have defended her, arguing that people grow, evolve, and learn over time, especially when it comes to social issues. As expected, the timeline was divided. Get into the tweets that is making the rounds. Like I said, the tweets were posted over 10 years ago. So I'm going to begin with the one that is really causing the controversy, the one that is allegedly involving children. So the first tweet in question. So let's get into some of these controversial tweets that were posted in 2012. I'm going to be reading from us for those of us that cannot see the screen right now. I'm going to be reading the first two we posted in 2012 and the last two from 2013. David has a crush on me. He keeps come close, acting like he want to lock lips, and then he puts his head on my lap. Should I give him a chance? PC is 4. Why this 4-year-old boy trying to put hand inside my shit? Ogeni, wash it too. From 2013, she tweets, I love to kiss the kids at my mom's daycare. They are super adorable and I'm crazy about them. I wonder if anyone's ever used breast milk to bake cake before. Now, there are other alleged tweets from 2014, which I will leave one of them I will show us one of them, which can be considered prejudiced against the Igbo tribe of Nigeria. And then she also has tweets about fowls, which some can be considered, they were considered friends at the time. She just says in those tweets she misses him, that she doesn't have nobody to gossip or discuss with. Just friendly bands, and then it's not sure if at this point, I'm not sure if at this point she was in a relationship with her husband at the time. But those tweets were considered really, in my opinion, I think they were just friendly tweets, the one on files. So the tweets that can be considered prejudiced against the Igbo tribe of Nigeria. I should remind us that Simi is Yoruba, is from the Yoruba tribe of Nigeria. She tweets allegedly, if you are not tall, dark and handsome, you are probably Igbo. As you can imagine, some of our Igbo fans have found this really offensive. They have called her out for being a tribal bigot. They have also expressed that they are disappointed in her for tweeting this against her fans about the tribe, given the continuous friction between tribal wars that we've always experienced in our country, in Nigeria. And then there are other people, I've seen comments from other people that are like, we take things too seriously. This is not that deep. She did not mean any of this. This is just jokes. Also, I would like us to see some popular media personalities that have reacted to this. So I'm going to be also showing us and reading out some of the comments from some of these people. Before we get into that, I want to show us Simi's comments. Simi responded, and then I would like to read it for us. She said, I haven't been on Twitter today, but someone brought few of my old tweets to my attention and I cannot address it. 14 years ago, I was 23, so I was definitely not a child. I'm not here to make excuses because I do not have anything to make excuses for. What I can't let anyone do is twist my story to fit false narratives. In 2012, I lived and helped out at my mom's daycare while I was hustling my music. I tweeted everything that happened in my life, as we all did at the time. Kids can be mischievous. If a child did something I found funny, I tweeted about it. Kids are cute and lovable. I want to hug kids and cuddle them. I tweet about it. Nothing I tweeted was from perversion. It continues. I was not famous, so maybe if I was, I would have understood that anything is open to whatever interpretation, including being used falsely by a faceless mob. I've never been depraved in my life. You can retweet all the tweets in the world about me loudly crushing on people I admired, or being a cheeky young woman. I wasn't trying to hide it because I didn't have anything to hide. My team has been deleting some of my tweets because of how sensitive it is for my family. To be honest, I did not want to. I've always spoken against rape and SA even before you knew I existed. It's not a costume I'm wearing. It is who I am. I've never claimed to be perfect. I've never claimed to know everything. I said stop raping women. I stand by it. Like I said earlier, these tweets were old tweets that resurfaced. Now, if we trace the point where this tweet resurfaced, it was after Simi came out to caution men on social media to stop raping women. And then after she did that, people tried to find old controversial tweets from her just to show that she wasn't perfect. That if she cannot come to equity with clean hands, she shouldn't come at all. So that was the point of people looking for Simi's tweets to repost it. Like I said, so many people, media personalities have called Simi out. They've also responded to, some of them have responded to as the silence she broke. So I'm going to be reading for us. First tweet is from Tufab. He's a popular, he has a following on Instagram and other social media platform, and he's a huge Whiskey FC. He says, as I saw that Simi old tweet, I almost shed tears. I've been shaking since morning. Men are not safe anymore. This world, we need justice. Sam Cleve also chimed in. Sam Cleve is a popular, successful music producer in the Nigerian entertainment space. He says, I can't really say the word because of the YouTube guidelines, so I will just try to improvise. He says, je dirais a 4-year-old boy, I think he was trying to say that, and a mama gets daycare. Also, Daniel Rega has called Simi out. We know Daniel is the king of call-outs. He says Simi could have easily owned up to her mistakes and taken seriously accountability, but instead tried to downplay the whole thing with the Adore Children card. No. What she did was perversion. There's no two-way around it. Point blank, period. And then, he quoted what Simi said, my team has been deleting some of my tweets because of how sensitive it is for my family. Then he said, how dare you, Simi? If it wasn't a problem and a despicable act, it wouldn't be sensitive for our family. Now that she's a mother, let her switch the table and see how very disturbing that act was. What an utterly stupid statement to put out. Well, this comes in response to what the tweet Simi posted earlier that I read. Now, I also want to say that while some media people or celebrities have called Simi out, there are others that are in support. One of them is Deyemi. So Nollywood actor Deyemi says, when women say stop raping women, your response cannot be what about men and children. Neither can it be what about false accusers, nor anything else. Your reply must only be yes. You can start your own separate conversation about anything else at another time and space. So he is going back to what initially I said, that the timeline of this resurfacing of the tweets came out after Simi was advocating for women. Also, I also said that when these tweets resurfaced, some people had there were mixed reaction. The comment sections were divided. So I would like to read some of those comments for us, and then I'll show you what the fans have been saying. So one person says, Simi's case is like the case of a kettle calling pot black. Funny how people act holy and eventually no one is perfect. Another says, Kai, poor David, Simi used and abused you. Justice for David. The next one says, wait for those her gullible fans to start defending her again. Anyone that defends this act is also guilty of the same thing. The other one says, imagine it was a man that has been preying on kids like this. It wouldn't be funny at all. The other one says, as long as say na this gender, accountability na zero. Yeah, people. The last person says, y'all should get a life and leave Simi alone. You will never cancel her. Never, Mugus. Everything luxury by this is only we all know how children can be so clingy when they like you, talking from experience. Some kids will love you to the extent you will ask them, do you want to marry me? And funny thing, they will say yes, and that's all play most times. Do you think she was molesting those kids? She would tweet about those things. Another person says, when I was 23, I wasn't thinking of such, so don't be unfortunate. The last person says, social media never forgets. Be careful of your tweets and what you comment. Guys, it is clear that the internet really forgets, and social media is changing how accountability works. For celebrities, this means every public statement can resurface at any time, sometimes in a completely different social climate than when they were originally posted. So you find old tweets, old posts, old interview, even previous collaborations with colleagues who have now become problematic and controversial can come back to bite you into this climate. At least we have seen it in our international, specifically the American scene. So this situation sincerely brings up a larger conversation. Are we judging who someone was or who they are today, right now? Is it the case of if you said it and that is it? Or can you say something and then with time you grow and evolve from such perspective? There's an unverified tweet I saw with Simi saying that 90% allegedly, I cannot put the tweet up because I wasn't sure it was coming from her. People can doctor tweets now, so I couldn't post it. But allegedly it says that 90% of the things she posted, that is who she is. I couldn't confirm that. Note that, I would like us to also note that Simi posted this thing when she was 24 years old. Fine, she wasn't a child. She was a young adult. Some can argue that at 24, your frontal lobe is not fully developed because full development begins from 25 years old. It's possible that she was just being childish and silly and just playing around, and it's also possible she was not. So I don't know. Nobody can say for sure. Is she still the same person with the same mindset as a full grown woman she is right now? A mother and wife at 37 years, almost 38 years old. No one knows. So now we've come to the end of this video. I would like to hear from you. What are your opinions? Are you team people should be permanently judged for their past statements online? Or are you team people are allowed to grow and change? Who they are now is all that matters. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions in the comment section. Please be respectful, of course. This has been Didi Reports. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.